But the next question I have for you is one thing you do for your business, besides from outsourcing to Imagine, what is one thing you do for your business that saves you time or money?
I think hiring people saves
Mm,
technically both. So even though you're spending upfront to kind of buy your time back,
yeah,
by hiring a bookkeeper and by hiring, I also do video as well. So by
yeah,
hiring a video editor, um, by by hiring for the things that maybe aren't making you as much money and actually investing in those and basically finding a way to make that make sense and for it to be as efficient as possible for your business. I would say that's kind of one of the keys for me.
you have to identify, of course, like, from the beginning or as you grow, at least, at a minimum, like what do I suck at, or what do I love doing the most, like either end of the spectrum, and find that medium of, okay, here's where I need to find a person to handle that, so I don't have to think about it anymore, type of thing.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's how early on did you start hiring somebody to take
I,
on stuff?
I think year two. So to talk about, apparently I'm a dinosaur now. So I started my photography business before Lightroom existed. So if you had a
Yep.
Mac, you could use Aperture. But
Mhm.
if you did not have a Mac, you had to basically use Photoshop and go
Yeah.
image by image. So you would load an image in and you'd be like, I think this is roughly what I did for the last one. And you'd save that image out and you would load a new one and you'd throw your totally right actions pack or whatever you have
Yep.
on your images. And workflow was a nightmare. So I think year one I did that. And in that time, it would actually probably take you 20 to 30 hours to process a wedding properly. And depending on variables, like if it got dark out and incandescent lights came on, you would go back through your gallery and there would be massive shifts from your white balances and just the way that you're processing images. So you'd get to the end, you'd be like, finally done. And then you'd look at the gallery the next day and you'd be like, wow, this is massively inconsistent. And you would go back and you'd do it all again. So I think by year two, I had enough volume that in my mindset, it was kind of like, I know how much I'm going to pay an editor. Maybe they're going to cost me maybe $10,000 over the year. So if I can book two more weddings to cover that cost, that's what I'm going to do. So year two, I just kind of focused a little bit harder on marketing, and again knew that I was going to be buying my time back that way.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, pretty early on is kind of when I made that decision, and by year two, now it's like obviously so much easier because you're in full control and you don't have to hire somebody and train them or at least get some like test stuff back that you can just do it all yourself right now,
Right. Right.
which is a heck of a lot less of a barrier to entry for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was early on. It was I think a smart decision.